All right, guys, in front of us we have Cute Toys' Iron Prime, and he might be one of the most confusing and perplexing toys I've reviewed in a very long time. And what I mean by that is in the world of product and marketing, we are constantly trying to answer the questions of what is the product and who is it for. And this one, I don't know the answer to that question. And what I mean by that is here, let me just show you right now. I mean, he's all like clankety clunk over there. So one, he is a beautiful bot. I mean, look at all the details on him, right? Incredible, incredible, right? You're like, whoa, look at all those details. So cool, so cool. So many vibrant colors, so cool. But if you start staring at him for a little too long, you're like, wait a minute. So first, I think the details are great. One, but the head seems a little bit big. Chest seems a little bit flat. And then you start looking at the stomach and you're like, even though the details are great, seems a little bit simple and flat. And the same thing goes for the arm. There's like this raised detail over here. And I do love all the details. I do love the accents and all the paints. And they even have this kind of like, there's one, two, three. There's 3 points of connection over here. So the way that it moves is very unique. Yet it seems kind of simplified. And the transformation is like that too. I've gone through it a couple of times. And like here, like this is cool, ab crunch. But at the same time, the way it's done, this looks incredibly simple, you know? And there's just not a ton of detail in certain areas. In other areas, there are. But like you start looking over here and it's kind of bare. And you're like, it's the bottom of the foot. What do you expect? And yeah, but when I look at this, I think that this is actually a bargain figure. But I think it is on the high end of bargain figures. Like here's another thing. Like look at the fist. Look how simplified and wiener that looks. You know what I mean? For something like this, dude, it's pretty tall. This thing's as tall as like my Gatorade bottle right over here, right? Like it is quite tall and it has a ton of detail like I keep mentioning. There's a lot of great things, except there's just a lot of simplified areas. Like this is extremely simplified. Like yes, there are a lot of details, but the more you look at it, you realize, hey, it's just one like flat piece, you know what I mean? And same thing for this as well. Same thing for this as well. And so I do think it is a bargain basic figure, but it's on the highest end. It is on the highest end. I think it's a good deal though, because I think this is below $40. And in terms of what you get, its scale and the transformation, all this stuff, it's really fun. It's really fun. Like I like the character. I like the toy. And maybe I should have said that at the beginning of the video. I like this toy. I do. But it's just, I'm like, who is this for? And like, what aspect of my collection is this supposed to fit in? Is it like Studio Series? Because he's way bigger than SS-102, this being Black Mamba. Like, look, he's way taller, right? Way taller. If we compare him to like a Voyager, way taller. Like as well. No, not even close. And then finally, reaching over here, I got Galvatron. Yeah, again, just not even close. Not even close. And that's why I'm just like, where does he sit in somebody's collection? And he has some interesting like gimmicks. Like the way he transforms is quite unique. They do a bunch of interesting stuff. And wait a minute. Okay, I got that back. He has a converting wrist thing. Where is it at? Oh yeah, that's the one thing I was gonna say. Yo, my copy has 2 right or 2 left fists, and so when it goes into truck mode, a portion of it doesn't quite sit perfectly. And dude, I don't know how to get the blaster out. I did it just a second ago. All right, give me a second. Okay, there we go. And then like I think it's cool. Like again, cool gimmicks, a lot of cool stuff. But like, man, dude, look how wiener that little blaster is, dude. Like, so again, I'm just very confused as to who this is for. Like, I don't think it's for the premium collector. At the same time, part of me thinks that it is. I don't think this is for kids. At the same time, part of me thinks that it is. And so again, I'm just not really sure. He is fun though. He is fun. He can get into a lot of expressive poses. There's unique things about his transformation. And yeah, he's cool. But again, like, anyway, we're about 5 minutes into this video, and you know, I've been trying to kind of show you the the articulation and stuff like that as we talk, but I think a lot's going to be revealed once we go through the transformation, and so why don't we go ahead and do that? Okay, I mean, dude, it's a gorgeous spot, dude. Like, look at all of this, you know what I mean? It's a gorgeous spot. But let's go through the transformation, and yeah, and you'll see. All right, let me put the stuff away, and yeah, let's continue. All right, I've gone through the transformation, and I was going to say, the instructions are on kind of like really thin piece of paper. They do have English, though. Yeah, I was like, oh, wow. And yeah, it's a decent enough instructions, and so we'll set that off to the side. Accessory rise. This, again, is another one of those things. It's like very basic over here. There's no extra detail, no anything. But at the same time, it's a decent axe, and I'm happy that they included it. And this is, I think this is kind of par for the course. And then this over here, I don't know why they try to hit it with some of the weird silver siege thing, because the rest of the bot doesn't really match that motif, or at least I don't think so. Anyway, yeah, he's a good-looking bot, dude. He's a good-looking bot. Maybe the head is just a little too big. Just a little bit, right? Could be shrunk by like 5% or 10%. I think he'd still be all right. But okay, let's transform him. I'm trying to see if I can do this all without looking at the instructions. So we'll do our best to go from memory. These are going to turn 180 degrees. It mentions in the instructions that you're supposed to turn the head around, but I don't know, man. I actually found better clearance without turning the head, and so I'm just gonna kind of like leave them at that. From here, if I recall correctly, like this bit becomes untabbed. Like this currently right now is tabbed into these things over here. And so we're going to lift them up. And as you lift them up, these bits over there were kind of hanging out over here. And so you can see how the inside looks not terribly sophisticated, but par for the course for this character and this toy rather. And I don't mean anything mean by that. I absolutely do not. These are going to flip down as well. I mean, you're like, what the heck, these tiny things, you know? But they do come down, and they will fill out a necessary area when it comes into this whole bit. So yeah, so this is going to be like this is the faux chest. As you can see, the what is it? The alt mode is right there. Okay, as we start doing this, we prepare the arms, and these are going to flip up. There's a double hinge over here, and these smokestacks are faux smokestacks, because you can see the real ones over here, and these are on channels. You see there's a groove over here. That's kind of cool, man. I like that a lot. And then this will later on come down like this, and this will fit over here. There is a connecting piece to the arm, to the fist very specifically, but I got two left fists. I got two of the same, so it's not going to be able to secure. And so Shozi will take care of me for that. So what you want to do is you want to rotate the arm so that it's doing something like that, if I recall correctly. Maybe I gotta get that down later. Yes. I can start feeling I felt my brain right now just go, uh-oh, you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get lost. I felt it, dude. Okay, this is supposed to go down, but like, maybe I've done something wrong with the shoulder. Okay, never mind. That seems fine. And this is going to tab in over here, but we don't got to do that all right now. The arm is supremely interesting in terms of like how this transforms. This is a point to secure the chassis. What you're going to do is you're going to pull that out a little bit, and then you're going to see that whole thing fold back, and then it's on a double hinge, so you kind of fold that back, and then this you will orient and fold in on itself, kind of like that. Right? You saw what happened there, right? And then these little posts, they're going to plug into those little ports that you see over there. So once again, we don't have to flip in the arms or anything, but we will flip this in on itself. And then, sorry, I just got to get clearance. Yeah, that bit's pretty tight right there, you know, in terms of navigating the space. But once you get it, you get it. And yeah, spacing wise and stuff, like I think they did a good enough job. And yeah, so where is it? These posts right up here will plug into the little ports right over there, and these posts over there will wrap around, and they are supposed to plug in, not exactly plug in, but there's a little empty space right over there. I don't know if you could see it. It's supposed to rest in there, and so because it doesn't exist over here, it won't fit perfectly. But yeah, it's kind of like that. But yeah, you do need to get everything in there. Okay, so far so good. So this little hip skirt thing, you have to move out of the way. I don't remember if it's up or down. I'm going to say it's up. And then once you do that, you can actually rotate that entire bit. And you're going to do the same for the other side. Oops. I rotated the wrong way. I don't think it really makes a difference, but let's just kind of keep it consistent. These tires, be mindful when you unfold them because they're just on this one screw over here, and ultimately you're going to want to rotate this. But like this one comes a little bit easier. This one flips back and you can see it you could see it rotating. Well, it's supposed to. Hold up. The heck? Hold on for a moment. All right, I got them out of there, but we may have to mess with the orientation later because I really don't remember how these have to be oriented, but we'll find out when we work through this. Okay, this section over here, if I recall correctly, this portion lifts up, and this is all tabbed in using this bit, and this is going to flip over and become the sides of this, similar to a lot of the Masterpiece Primes that we have seen. This is going to start twisting, and as you do that, you're going to flip this over, then you're going to flip that in there, and then you're going to take that all the way around. Then you're going to bring this down, and that tab is going to sit in there. Cool. The foot then will just lie flush, will lie flat. This will maybe it'll rock up, and if that's the case, maybe I need to move that locking pin. Yeah, that looks right. Then that sits in there, and then this will fold up, and that will lock the leg in place. So let's bring that all the way up. Untab this, then untab that. From here, rotate the tire out, flip this, flip that in here, and then flip this all the way around. and then bend that down, and remember to tab these two bits in. Do you see what I mean when I say that it's like simple but complex? I think you understand what I'm saying, right? At the same time, like I actually like the transformation. I think it's beautiful. I think it's very fun. But there are some simplified things about it, and I'm not hating on that at all, dude. I like simple transformations. And actually, this thing I think is quite incredible in that it's simple but complex. And so, like, I'm just trying to wrap my brain around it. But I like it a lot, actually. So I guess in terms of answering that question, who is this for? I guess it's for me. Then you can tab these bits together, but you know what? I guess you got to do this part first. Now, I must have oriented this properly because it looks like this is all going to go in here, and that's going to go into the tire. No problem. Dude, I'm losing my voice again. Oh. That's going to go in there. That's going to go in there. Please tab in to the tire. Nice. And then once that's done, one of these sides has to go in first. Okay. This one has to go in first. These little fender or bumper things are going to fold out, and then this is going to go in there. It's going to tab in there nice and secure, and then that's going to tab in there nice and secure. And then you can bring the legs in together nice and secure. And everything is secure and all a blur. Mother. Okay, I think I got everything in there. There you go. Oh, no, this bit. Yeah, and then so you bring that down. You bring these out. And as it does this, I mentioned, right? It's supposed to rest in there. But it doesn't perfectly, and that's why this bit is like lifting up. This side has no issues with it. It's really the other side. So yeah, I'm gonna have to reach out to Shozy and basically say like, Brusef, where's that at? And this technically, if everything were to be flush, would be sitting in this groove a little bit more securely and a little bit with better alignment. You know what I'm talking about? But we just can't get it right here, right now. And that's fine. That's fine. It still doesn't take away from how nice of a piece this is. But I'm kind of looking at this. Maybe what I do wrong? Like there's like a thigh gap over here, right? And I don't know if it's... I don't think it's this thing. I don't think it's this getting in the way. These locking bits. But definitely something makes it seem like it's preventing the legs from closing up like all the way. I can't quite figure out what that is. But it's better now. It's definitely better now. Oh, it's all coming apart. Anyway, all right. Before this gets out of hand, yeah, I definitely think I did something wrong over here. Even though it's sitting right. But so, Q Toys' Iron Prime. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think you understand now the stuff that I was saying about complex and basic, right? Yeah, this guy's somewhere right in the middle of that. And it's a bit of an anomaly because scale-wise, he doesn't quite fit. But there's a lot of fun things that he does with regard to detail, transformation, and he has a lot of presence about him. Yeah, this is a recommend from me, but he just may not have a place to hang out in your collection, that's all. Yeah, he's basic, same time, he's complex. Yeah, maybe kind of like all of us, huh? Life lesson. All right, friends, I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you all soon.